Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Misha if you don't already know, and as you could tell by the title, today I have a story time for y'all. I have a story time. The story time is when I left Christianity. I left Christianity back in 2017. So if you're interested in knowing what happened, how it happened, blah blah blah, then continue watching and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so let me give you a quick background check on the whole situation. So I was in a church for about 3 to 4 years during uni times, and what I was doing in the church was there was two types of it was like one church, right, where they had like two different branches. So one was like the main church on Sundays, and then the other one was like campus church on Thursdays. So what campus church was is basically mini versions of the Sunday church in universities basically. So on Sundays I would be the person that will greet everyone at the door, like, hey, welcome, hey, my name is Misha, da da da. And on Thursdays I would be the prayer leader, okay. So I would just start the, what's it called, the ceremony, I don't know what, I forgot what you call it. I'll start the session or whatever with a prayer, right? So that would be me. So that was my role basically at church, right? So I was really involved. I was really heavily involved in it. I really enjoyed going. I was like a devoted person. Like every Sunday I'll be there, every Thursday I'll be there. Even during the week, like random stuff they want to do, I'm there. Like I'm always there, you know. Built up some really good friendships. Well, at the time, when I was there as well. So it was like 3 to 4 years doing this, and yeah, that's basically it, to be honest. The days leading up to me leaving, it started off firstly with my uncle. So I was at my grandma's house randomly. Me and my mum went to my grandma's house and my uncle was there, and he said to me, oh, like, do you know your nationality? Do you know that Christ is black and everything like that? Like, he would just tell me these things. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like, I don't care. Like, honestly, I really don't care. But when I was talking to him, I was giving him like the impression that I was listening. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah. But in my mind I was like, what's he even talking about? I have no idea what he's talking about. It doesn't really faze me. It doesn't make sense. So I kind of just listened, but I just didn't listen at the same time. I was hearing him, but I wasn't listening. So that was that part. So the seed was already planted. So if I died that day, the Lord couldn't tell me that I didn't know what I know now. You know what I'm saying? Because my uncle already informed me about certain things already. So that was that. Then the time after that, maybe like the weekend after or whatever, I went to Central London with the church people, and in Central London there's like these Israelite groups, or Israelite group maybe, and on the side by the station, and it had like the image of white Jesus on a poster. And at the time I didn't really know, like, I knew Christ wasn't white, right, but I didn't know he was black either. So when I saw the white Jesus on the poster, I was like, why have they got Jesus on the poster with a cross through it? I'm so confused, like, why they're doing it. They're all blacked out. They were reading out the Bible and stuff, and like, they were just, at the time I was like, what the hell is this? I just kept it moving. Me and my friend at the time were just keeping it moving. I looked back, I was like, why have they got that, and why are they looking like that? And then I just like, well, they're kind of scary, so I kept it moving. But again, God gave me a second opportunity to kind of understand, or try to understand, where he wanted me to go. So that was the second encounter of this. And the last encounter was with my mom. So it must have been like a Wednesday or something, and I was with the church people, and I came home from there, and what do you call it, my mom was sitting in the sitting room, and she was just sitting there on the sofa, and I walked in and she's like, Misha, I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay. So she sat down. No, I stood by the doorway to enter into this sitting room. I didn't sit down, I just stood by the doorway, and she was telling me how she asked me, oh, what color is Jesus? And I was like, he's not white, but he's not black either. he's like olive skinned. He's like Arab. That's what I thought, right? And she goes, no, that's not right. He's black. I was like, oh, he's what? He's black? What? I was like all over the place. Like, huh? How is he black? So she told me Revelation 1:14, and I was like, oh, I know, you know, because that in my mind it struck a chord saying, okay, if the person that we're worshipping, if they're telling me or telling us that he's white but he's really black, what else are they lying about? So that was in my head when she was telling me this. I was like, what else are they lying about? If the main person that we're going to church for, one of the main people that we're going to church for, Jesus and God, the main people we're going to church for, and then lied about that, then what else are they lying about? That was my thought. I was like, okay, so he's black, okay, cool. And then she told me about trousers. She's like, you shouldn't be wearing trousers either. You need to be wearing dresses and skirts. And I was like, what? Like, really? So she told me, do you want to do Deuteronomy 22 and 5? And she was like, yeah, you can't be wearing trousers. You gotta be wearing skirts. And when she told me that, I just broke down in tears, right? I broke down. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want God to hate me. I don't want to die. Like, I want to do everything right. Because, like, in my heart, like, in my mind, I've always wanted to get close with God, isn't it? Like, I thought that the church was where I would get close with him. I thought that that's the right place to be. And that's why I was so devoted to that place. But when I realized, and when the word came out to me from my mum, telling me that Jesus is black and he can't wear trousers, and then the fact that I'm doing those things, like I'm wearing trousers, and my mind didn't even know that Jesus was black, I just thought, I'm just doing God a disservice right now. Like, I'm really not doing what he wants me to do. And I really felt bad about it. And I really thought that I was gonna die. Like, I thought I was gonna die for real. Like, I had fear, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm actually gonna die right now. So I was like crying. I was like, I don't want the Lord to kill me. I don't want to go to hell. I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to go to hell. I just don't want it. Like, if God doesn't want me to wear trousers, I'm not gonna wear trousers. So the next day now, I didn't wear trousers. I wore skirts. The only skirts that I had were only tight skirts, right? Like, I didn't have like flowy, modest skirts at the time, obviously, because I just got told that I couldn't wear trousers. So I was working, I used to wear trousers to work, jeans, and I just wore my skirts. And then to uni, I'll just wear skirts, like, whatever. I used to wear skirts, that's it. So yeah, in March 2017, that's when I wanted to stop wearing trousers. Yeah, so the next day, like I said, I was just wearing skirts all the time, and I didn't know about modesty at the time either. I just knew that I couldn't wear trousers, right? So I just carried on with that. And then so the next day was a Thursday. So as I mentioned before, Thursdays were campus church days. So I would, obviously on Thursday, be preparing for the service. That's it, the service that evening. So during the day, I messaged them and I was like, listen up, like, I'm not gonna be able to attend campus church today. I'm not coming back to this church again, basically. That's what basically I told him in a text. I was like, I ain't coming back. I ain't even trying to be part of this anymore, because I just don't want to be part of it. I tried to leave quietly, but because I felt like because I was so involved in this church that it wasn't going to be a light situation for me just to go up and go like that. Because I was there every week, I was doing things, I was already in the church, like I was there. I wasn't just like a visitor or coming and going, whatever. I was like involved, you know what I'm saying? So me thinking that I can just like tell them I'm not coming and they'll just leave me alone, I was so dumb to think that, because it wasn't the case, you know what I'm saying? So that Thursday I said I can't do, I'm not coming. And then the head of that campus church spoke to me and was like, why don't you want to come and stuff? And I said to her that, first of all, Jesus is black. That's it. Jesus is black. And the fact that the church is not telling us that, what else are they lying about? And that really bugged me, because I was really thinking that I was in the right place. And to know that the person that we're worshipping isn't even what, like, we're worshipping the wrong person. So if they're confident, they're telling us like he looks like this, and all these pictures on the wall, and he looks like that, he looks like this, but it's nothing to do with the Bible, then what else are they lying about? To lie about, I was like, to lie about Jesus, yeah, you must be lying about a whole bunch of other stuff, because I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. If they're lying about this, they have to be lying about other things. Like, I was like that with her. I said, I can't go, I can't come back, because it's just all a lie. It's all a lie, and I can't do it. It's just a lie. That's what I told her. Like, it's all lies. So she was like, what was it, Ma? And I was like, it matters, because it's in the Bible. Like, I was like, obviously, so I'm fresh to this, isn't it? I'm fresh to this information, so it's just like in my mind, like, how would I not know this? I was for 25 at the time, I was 22 or something, and I'm like, all my life I never knew that this was the case, and I've been in this church for 3 to 4 years, and I never knew that Jesus was black. Like, this is all a lie. It's all a lie. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I was just so adamant that I just didn't want to be part of it. She kind of tried to break it down to me, like, oh, it doesn't matter about it. It's not going to change anything. And I was like, you know, no, sorry, I can't. So then eventually she kind of understood, and I was cordial with people still, you know, because obviously I just left. I wasn't like trying to hate on anybody. I wasn't trying to diss anybody or whatever the case may be. I just wanted to leave quietly and do my thing. But I still was cordial. I still tried to keep up a friendship with the people that I was friends with. But obviously over time, like, things just die out, and obviously the interests are different. Like, my interest is much different from what they're interested in, and we just naturally just have nothing to talk about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So there was no hate, there was no malice, there was no nothing. Like, there was like a wedding even after that, when I left the campus church and stuff. There was like a wedding after. I went to the wedding, I helped out in the wedding. Like, I was still trying to be friends with them. Do you know what I'm saying? I was still trying to be nice with them. Because I still thought they were my friends. Do you know what I mean? I mentioned to the head of the campus church that I don't want to be part of it anymore, and eventually she said okay. And then it got escalated a little bit to the person over her, and I had a meeting with her and another person, and they tried to convince me that I shouldn't go, and the things that I'm believing in now is just all like hatred and blah blah blah. I was like, whatever. I was like, whatever you want to believe it. But I said, in my mind, I was like, you're still not teaching. In my mind, like, you're still not teaching what the Bible's saying. So ultimately, it's still a lie what you're believing in, because the most important thing, which is Jesus Christ, you didn't want to tell me that he's black and you say it doesn't matter, and it's in the Bible, bruh. And now I can't wear trousers, and you still wearing trousers, and it's all in the Bible. And I didn't know this. Like, bruh, I just could, whatever they were saying, it just wasn't sitting well with me, because those two facts, right, just solidified the fact that that's not where I need to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Then I found out that Sunday is not even meant to be the real day to celebrate, to go to worship and stuff like that. I started knowing I couldn't eat pork, couldn't eat shrimp, like, everything I just kept learning more things. And the more things that I learned, the more I was realising, like, I really just can't be involved with this. Do you know what I'm saying? A meeting with those two, and I had a few people message me, text me and stuff like that about it. Like, the bishop of the whole church messaged me about it as well. And I just had to try and tell him, like, listen, like, it's just a lie, like, I just ain't got time. So I think it just eventually they started to believe that I just wasn't coming back, because I was very adamant with myself that I just didn't want to be a part of it. I wanted to be their friend still, but I just didn't want to be a part of it. Like, I had a lot of arguments at the time. For me, like, finding out about it to leaving completely, there was a lot of friendships lost, like, arguments, there was like disagreement, people blocking me, messaging me, trying to convince me to stay, like, people thinking I'm crazy, like, all the stuff that was happening for that period of time, right, was just a lot. And I really thought in myself that, am I doing the right thing? Do you know what I mean? But I realised that I was, because I just kept going back to the fact that, you know, even it, like, counted as small, like, okay, I can't wear trousers, like, I think that might be counted as small, but it was really a lot to me, because I really thought, okay, I need to make God happy, you know what I'm saying? And if it's in the Bible, I'm doing it, point blank and period, you get me? So it was hard for me at the time to kind of distance myself from them, because we were so close and I was always with them. But then I had to really remember that I had to obey God rather than men, and I had to really think, this, what I want to go into, is the truth, you know what I'm saying? It's something that is really gonna make me closer with the Most High, which I really, really wanted, and I've always wanted from the beginning. Do you know what I'm saying? I've always had it in me to be a follower of Christ. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see myself as a Muslim. I couldn't see myself as Hindu or atheist or nothing like that. I knew that there was a God, and I just didn't know where to find him. Do you know what I'm saying? So when this opportunity came, I grabbed it and it just resonated with me like wholeheartedly, like properly. So yeah, that's that. But eventually it happened. I decided I left, whatever. People accepted that I was gone, and that's when my whole new life started. You know what I'm saying? Like, after me coming out of that, coming into this now, my whole life like has like changed completely. The way I view situations is different. The way I see, even like reading the Bible, like back in the days, like I couldn't even read a King James version. That just didn't make sense to me. It had to be NLT or NIV. I just couldn't understand KJV at all. But now, that's all I read. Like, KJV is the only version of the Bible that you need to be reading. And the more that you get to understand, the more that you're taught the real truth about it, the more you actually get to, your knowledge and understanding grows. Do you know what I'm saying? So that was just small things that I realized about myself in the transition from 2017. And that, you know, where I am right now in this walk, where just keeping the laws of the Bible, the high holy day, not celebrating Christmas, not celebrating birthdays, Easter, Halloween, New Year's Day, things like that is just out of the question because it's just not biblical. Do you understand? Now I'm just following things with the Bible, Passover, new moons, Sabbath days, you know what I'm saying? So it's these things now that I'm just changing. You know, I was just changing. Like, I was tabernacles, I was really just getting into a whole new way of life. And then me doing that, taking that step and actually trusting in the Lord, saying, you know what, his knowledge is way better than mine, so what am I doing trying to like not listen to what I've been told? And me just taking a leap of faith, I guess, I've really just seen a difference in myself, in the Bible, like being a Christian as a whole. Like, it's just changed everything. Everything has changed. And I'm super grateful. I'm really super grateful. I'm super grateful that I'm here now, but I'm also happy that I went through what I went through, because obviously I can come on here and just inform you guys about it, and inform other people as well that might be trying to leave or want to know why to leave, blah blah blah. Like, I could be here as well, just because the Lord put me in that position to go through something that someone else is obviously going to go through as well, because, you know, nothing's new under the sun at the end of the day. So it's 2017 of March, and it's now what? It's basically April 2020. It's been 3 years since I've heard about this truth. June 2020 will make it 3 years since I've been congregating. So time really flies, honestly. Some people feel I was just gonna be in it for like a couple months and then be gone, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really happy that the Lord has said, yep, it's your time to be here. And I'm thankful, honestly. I'm really thankful that I made it this far anyway. Basically my story, like my story of transition from Christian church or Christianity to the truth. Yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, honestly. I've met some wonderful people. I lost some friends, but I gained a whole bunch now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a whole bunch. And we're all in the same like vision, the same goal. We all want to get to the same place. We're all in the same mindset. But I can do another video on posts. I'm not even post because I'm still in it. Maybe like a video on how I am now, what I've learned, what I had to change, how I had to adapt to certain things, how to change certain things. Maybe I could do something like that. If you want me to do another like update video or something like that, then leave me like a thumbs up. Give me like 20 thumbs up and I will do that. But all in all, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful that the Lord has picked me to be here right now. All praises. So if you got this far in the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment down below and subscribe or you're at it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, Lord's will, I shall see you in my next video. Bye.